Hello, I'm Ashley. So I'm going to be doing a reading for the week of September 30th through October 6th. I've already pulled the cards for the week, and I'm using my usual Wisdom of the Oracle, Energy Oracle, and the Rider-Waite Tarot. So I'll just go ahead and get started. I did ask that this message reach whoever it's meant to reach whenever it's meant to reach them. So if you do come across this message and it's not the week of the 30th through the 6th, this message, if the message resonates for you, then it is for you. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. The first question that I did ask 4 questions. The first one was, what is the overall energy for the week? And I pulled Fork in the Road in reverse, which is about making choices. And then I'm going to read from the book, but it's mostly about making choices or not making choices. And then by not making a choice, you are actually making a choice. And with that, I pulled the Yang, and this is about, well, it's yin yang in reverse, but in reverse, it's the Yang. So it's more our action and our logic. And with that, I pulled the Chariot, which to me, he's like the director of his destiny, especially with the stars on the little up here on the curtains and the crown and the star on top of his head. This to me, he's just like very enlightened, and he knows what he wants and he's going after it. He's like taking action. But so I feel like that this is the overall energy, is we know what we're supposed to do or what action we're supposed to take, but we're just not doing it, maybe out of fear or just like indecision. So let me read that. 13. Okay, so it's about indecision. Indecision is extremely frustrating and will lead to anxiety, loss, and confusion. At this juncture, you can't remain in a place without losing your way altogether. Avoid the tendency to let others choose for you, which amounts to a subtle refusal to take responsibility. Don't give your power away, not even to this oracle. By not making a choice, you are making a choice, for which you must be accountable. If this choice leads to undesirable circumstances, take heart. Spirit never tires of giving you a second chance. You can always start again once you've learned this valuable lesson. So really, you can choose to stay stuck where you're at and keep repeating an endless cycle, or until you integrate the lesson, basically. Or you can take action. And under the deck, that just brings me to this. Under the deck on this was Blessed in reverse, which basically says, like, you hit rock bottom, you have to, basically you're faced with, you have to do something new. You have to do something new. And that's what I feel right there with the overall energy, is try something new, do something new, try something else, make a decision. I feel like, and contemplation has come up a lot in some other readings that I've done. And so I just feel like, especially with, like, we can contemplate too much and be and like, it causes anxiety and it causes confusion. So to like not have so much confusion anymore, you have to really do something different or take action. And it just has to be the tiniest little step. It doesn't have to be extreme. It doesn't have to be drastic. It's just about stepping outside your comfort zone. Because once we step out of our comfort zone, then we grow. And we're just on a never-ending path of growth, really. And it's about taking ownership, I feel like. And that says taking accountability. And this to me is like taking ownership. And they're black and white, so the dark and the light. And this is like a balance of our shadows and our light. And they're balanced. This card to me is very balanced. But it's also very slow. That's why I say, like, just one little tiny step. It doesn't have to be anything drastic. It's about slowly shifting. I feel that a lot of people are learning, their intuition is teaching them how to heal themselves or raise their vibration. I've mentioned this before in my other weekly readings, but that's just what I feel right now. So our souls are really teaching us, and right now we have the information and we're receiving guidance, but we don't want to hear it. And I had posted about doing this. It's not necessarily that you don't want to hear it. Maybe it's that you don't trust it. And we're really learning to trust ourselves. So by following our intuition, we really begin to trust ourselves. And once we take that step, we'll start to feel really supported by the universe. And so you'll receive a lot of signs and synchronicities that you're moving in the right direction. It's just about learning to trust yourself again. So the overall energy is to make a choice, make a decision. What are you going to do? And become the director of your destiny is what I feel with this guy. All right. And then what comes up next is, excuse me. Okay. So my voice is fine before this, and now all of a sudden my throat chakra, and that's funny because under this deck is the throat chakra in reverse. So I feel like maybe this choice has something to do, and then under that, this just spoke to me too, was the heart chakra. I feel like this choice might have something to do with speaking, maybe speaking your truth, speaking up about something. Maybe you're really going to have to like communicate clearly. And when we're really indecisive and we don't know what we want, then we can't communicate clearly. So I definitely feel that. Some kind of communication. All right, so what we're healing this week is milk and honey, which this is about abundance. I love this card and I love the rainbow. And look how cute that elephant is. Adorable. All right, and then I noticed, and then I pulled contract in reverse, which this could have something to do with like legal issues ending. I'm going to read this card actually in reverse. And then to clarify that, I pulled the crown chakra. So I feel like this is about trusting our divine guidance. And I feel like by trusting our divine guidance, we will step into like our abundance, and we'll begin to trust ourselves again, and we're reaching for this. But to get here, you have to trust this. You have to trust your crown chakra. All right. And then with that, I pulled, which is funny. It's not really, yeah. I pulled the Six of Cups, which I just pulled this in one of my daily readings the other day. This is about the past and kind of our inner child. And that could be coming up, which would make you, and I just feel like this is about receiving, and like the flowers in the cups, that just says like abundance to me, which the cups aren't really abundance, but this might be like emotional fulfillment, which also came up in what's hidden to us this week. So I'm going to read the contract in reverse card, which I noticed that this is a 6 card. This is a 6 card. 5 plus 1 is 6. And then this is a 6. Okay, so contract in reverse. So this is like something legal ending, I feel. Okay, so it says the contract card reverse indicates the ending of a previous connection or where a future commitment is concerned. It could bring warnings of delay and perhaps even possible disappointment. The sale of a house could fall through, the job offer might not come when expected, or a romantic union may be stalled. Don't give up hope, however. This delay may provide some purpose or protection for you, and something even better could be on its way. This card reverse cautions you not to become desperate. Your needy, urgent energy could actually postpone the desired outcome even more. Continue taking action. Perfect. Even if it's in another direction, and your patient resolve will pay off. If the breakup of a relationship is involved, always remember that you deserve to be honored. Open your heart and your life to the person who is willing to be fully present and loving. That person is waiting to commit to you, to your own self-honoring heart. And that's perfect. It came with, well, it talked about taking action and going in a different direction. But I feel like with this abundance card here, that it's leading to this abundance, that it's leading to something even better. Because this is like the rainbow, I mean, it's just something better. And, but I feel like maybe there might be some like past, from some triggering or some wounds from the past that are coming up, especially from childhood, maybe like abandonment or rejection, or and those are keeping you from, because this going in a new direction, it's divinely guided. And so take a chance. Take a chance on this divine guidance and trust it. Trust that you'll be moving in the right direction. And the right direction, the direction that's best for you. And like I said, it might not always be what we want. Like the divine guidance, like I posted about this, it won't always be what we want, or what the ego wants, I should say. It won't always be what the ego wants, but it's what's best for our heart, and it's what is best for our soul. And everything that's happening is always for our highest good. That's something I have to remind myself all the time, because I do get impatient, like I want things to work out how I want them to work out, but that how I imagine them or how I want them to go isn't what's always best. So it's about learning to trust and follow our divine guidance, and trust that it's leading us to our best, to our highest outcome. And there's lots of cards about like surrendering, and especially to divine timing, to the divine, because the next card, this is what's hidden to us this week. So I pulled serendipity. I'm gonna read this card because it's pretty. And I pulled attachment, and I wanted to point this out because these cards are like opposite of each other, like contrasting. She's like going with the flow, floating along with this leaf with the divine guidance, and letting the divine kind of take her. And this one's like chained to the ground. And I feel like we're really learning to take off our masks and really step into authenticity, and that can be scary. It can make us feel very vulnerable. Excuse me there. And but this is more about like going with the flow and releasing. I feel like that's the word I hear, is releasing attachment, letting go of attachment about how it should go or how it should turn out, and kind of stripping away. And then with that, I pulled 10 of Cups again. This was hidden to us last week too. So I definitely feel, and with the rainbows on both these cards, I just feel like this is definitely about like wherever we're being guided or whatever we're being asked to, the choices that the choices we're making, especially if they're being divinely guided and you're following your intuition, it's leading to this. This is what's hidden. And so sometimes we have to like let go of things, let go of attachments, let go of, and kind of just let yourself be healed by the divine, and really integrate the lesson. Like just like this card said, you can choose to stay stuck, or you can start to use what you've learned to make new choices. And then those choices lead you to your highest good, and ultimately to whatever it is you're seeking. So then I asked, I was going to read the serendipity card. I really like that card. Okay. Opportunity aligned with readiness, the awareness of synchronicity, luck, and good fortune appearing as signs and symbols, a magical alignment of events. So you've stepped into alignment with the greater good, where your dreams and the collective dream resonate in exquisite harmony. Now is the time for luck and preparation to meet and create miracles that you could never have planned all by yourself. Keep in mind that you are a channel for a providence right now, as a higher energy uses you as a force on behalf of the whole world. Your fortune becomes everyone's fortune. Everything you bring into being now will leave a wondrous legacy for others in the future. Your service to the world is being supported at this time. Expect the unexpected and smile, for Spirit loves you so very much. And that's just perfect with this 10 of Cups. So I feel like maybe there's fear, and that's why I like the attachment, not wanting to let go. This card came up. This is what's hidden to us. So things are being aligned, I feel like, and especially as you work on your alignment, and you work on being this, you're being guided, and you're also releasing attachment. So you have to have something new, you have to completely let go. Like you can't be holding on and like reach for, like you have to really let go. Kind of just like this card. You have to be totally like, okay, just take me. You can't be holding on anymore. Otherwise they can't take you anywhere new. So you have to really let go of the old. And I think last week it was the regeneration in reverse, about letting something die. So now it's about like just completely letting go. And also this card is a 9 card, which is like the end of a cycle. So it is the end of a cycle, but to start a new cycle, you have to make a choice, go in a new direction, try something new, take action on what you've learned from that previous cycle. It's about learning and then applying what we've been taught And then like I'm teaching what I've learned over the last like year and a half. And so I'm really now trying to implement and teach what I've learned. And that's the whole point. And it's being supported. So as long as you're taking action towards your dreams, as long as you're taking action towards your destiny, even if it's the smallest action, even if it's just communicating, even if it's whatever the case may be, it's whatever you're being guided to do, it's time to trust that guidance and make a decision from that guidance. So, on to the advice for the week. I like this. TikTok. This is all about divine timing. Gotta love it. That's also came in with serendipity and fork in the road. So with that, I pulled rest and rejuvenation in reverse. So this to me in reverse says like make time for rest and rejuvenation, because we pulled the yang card, because it's really about learning to balance these two energies within, which yang is more about taking action and yin is more about being receptive. So we receive our guidance and then we take action. So sometimes we can get too caught up in the mind. I know I do this, and like I'm really excited about my future and like ideas that I'm having and things that I want to do. And so I can constantly maybe like get too caught up in my mind and I'm thinking too much. And that's why it's saying it's important to, and when we're thinking, sometimes we're too caught up in the mind and that masculine logic energy. Things can like, we want things to go our way. Everything that we're thinking, we want it to happen exactly how we're thinking, and then it doesn't, and then we can get kind of frustrated or anxious or rigid, and then the timing of things seem to be going really slow, or things, we get into this state of like, oh, it's not happening right now when I want it to, so it's never going to happen. And then you get caught up in that like mindset of it's never going to happen, poor me. You get kind of in that victim mentality. So I feel like with this divine timing and this rest period and this like integrating new lessons and taking action slowly but surely, I feel like this is coming up. So this is like the mind creating heartbreak. And with that, I pulled strength. These two I just ended up pulling out together. So strength, and to me, this card also represents this line. She's like kind of taming her ego, taming the beast. And I feel this very strongly. So, and that's why I feel like rest and rejuvenation is really important, because when we're in that receptive energy, so our feminine energy, we're more focused on what we're feeling. So it's about dropping into the heart and feeling, because when we get caught up in the mind, we can get caught up with timing. We can get caught up with things aren't going my way. It's not working out how I want it. And then we can, then we can create this. Then we create fears and we recreate like from the past, and we're like, oh, things aren't working out. So then you end up like pretty much like breaking your own heart because you're coming up with scenarios that aren't even happening, because the swords are about our mind. And so I feel like, and with this card and the ego, I just feel like it's about taming the ego right now. And especially like if you're seeking relationships and you've feared love for as long as you can know, as long as you've known, the ego will start to really want to go into protective mode and try to, especially, and tell you like, oh, it's not working out. This person isn't for you because it's not happening right now, or you don't see any results, or whatever the case may be. And then your mind will want to try to talk you into it, and will want to try to talk you in, like, remember that time you trusted this person and your heart broke? Remember that time you did this and this happened? Your mind's going to want to come up with everything to try to but that's why it's important to drop into your heart and stay into your feelings and let your feelings guide you, and let your intuition and your divine guidance trust that and feel that. So it is about taking action, but also like resting and being receptive. And so then I've already shared what's under the deck, the Blessed card, which is about surrender and it's like hitting rock bottom, and the only place you have really to go is up from there. But you have to do something different. And then, like I said, I shared the heart, or the throat chakra and the heart chakra. And then under this deck was the Ace of Swords. So this is, I feel like, with this, the advice and this under the deck, it's like what we're really learning is how to become the master of our thoughts and not letting our thoughts, because our thoughts really determine our emotions. And so we did have swords and cups. So I really feel it's about, we can either like talk ourselves into past wounding, past hurt, or we can use our mind to create this and holding this feeling while you allow things to come in alignment. Because when you're in this energy of emotional fulfillment, you're aligning. And so energetically you're aligning to bring you to whatever is your highest good. But I feel that's all I have for this week. So just take action, make that choice, allow yourself to rest, and know that everything is working out for your highest good. Try not to talk yourself into things, tame that ego, and I hope you have a fabulous week. I will be back next week. I'm sending lots of love and light.